Hey guys, it's me, Carly, coming at you with another video, and today I want to talk about why Shazam is a heartwarming and it's somewhat of an uplifting film. And it's why it's a good family film. And I figured I should talk about something really happy because I was going to come on here and do a rant on the obsession with smiling and, like, what is this need for MCU and DCU to have to stick to one type of formula, one to be super funny and one to be super dreary, dreary and dark. But I don't feel like it's really appropriate to go on a really negative rant. I'll save that for another day. But I figured we should talk about something happy because, as many of you know, Cameron Boyce, the Disney Channel actor, has recently passed away due to a seizure in his sleep. And so to Cameron Boyce's family and to his friends, I'm so sorry. I give you my condolences. And may my prayers be with you. So, now on to why I think Shazam is a great movie and why I think it's a good family film. First of all, I like the fact that Shazam is about a teenage boy who isn't perfect and he's not, like, pure and wholesome. He's not pure of heart. He's kind of a dickhead. Oh, and he's played by the awesome Asher Angel, by the way. So, yes. And how he grows and develops as a character, because when we first meet Billy, he's like, oh, let's just go, like, lock police in buildings, and, like, I gotta find my mom. His obsession with finding his mother and, like, his bio mother, who, there's a special place in hell for people like her, because she's a bitch. And I just really liked how he grows and develops, and then when the wizard Shazam chooses him as the old chosen one, it's like, place your hand on my staff, and yeah. So he becomes a hero, and okay, look, I love hero movies, and I love the fighting and all of that, but it's more so about, like, I like when superheroes actually just get to be regular people, like, oh, they go to school, they cook eggs, and it just shows that heroes can be any age, and they're not too old, they don't always have to be high schoolers or adults. And I like the fact that the movie Shazam is more centered around, like, just because somebody's biologically related to you doesn't mean that they're family, if you will. They're family by blood, but they're not, like, that doesn't make you a family. Like, love, the amount of love you have in your life, people who care about you, that's a family. There's all sorts of families, and the new foster parents, Melrosa and, is his name Victor? I forget the guy's name, the husband's name, the couple that adopts Billy, and then they have, like, five other foster children. And one of my favorite friendships is Freddie and Billy, because they don't really start out as friends, and Freddie's just like, yeah, it gets real Game of Thrones around here. And each of the foster children, it doesn't feel like they're foster children, if that makes sense. It feels like they're adopted children. Not that being a foster child's bad, if you get what I mean. Because they're all there for each other, and they're all supportive, and they love each other, and they all feel like one big family. And Billy is like, ugh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to go to school. Just send me away. I know I can be difficult. Just give up on me already. And the best part was when the foster dad was like, no, look, you're part of this family. I'm not giving up on you. I see you as my son, even if we aren't biologically related. And I just really love the message of the movie. Another character that really makes me happy and sticks out to me is Darla. Oh my gosh. I want to adopt Darla. She is just so precious and like just wants to love everyone and just has enough love to go around. She's so happy and just like, I'm a good sister, and Darla is very talkative, and I think it's more of a nervous habit, but she just wants to hug and love everyone. And then Billy makes her sad because it's like, oh, we're not really siblings, you know? So she's like, and you can already tell, like, without even knowing Billy, she just loves Billy. She just loves anyone who's part of the family, and she just wants to spread love to the world. And she's a little innocent child. She's like, how old is she? Like 6, 7 years old? And I'm really drawn to Darla mainly because she plays Annie Pierce on This Is Us. So I already had like a bias towards her. And Mary, I also really like Mary. But in the comics, it's Mary Marvel. That's what she's called in the comics. It's Mary and Billy who are biological siblings, but in this adaptation, they're not, which is fine. And then they give their abilities to Freddy. And I liked how at the end of not Captain Marvel, because Billy used to be Captain Marvel, but now he's Shazam. He's like, one of the development scenes. One of the scenes where I thought he was showing character progress was when Freddy yelled at him, and when he's doing the hands, lightning with my hands scene, and he accidentally electrocutes a bus and then catches a bus, and he's like, did you see that? I got a bus with my bare hands. And Freddy is like, you electrocuted a bus and almost killed a bunch of people, which he did do that. And everyone is like, oh, what's so great about Shazam? He charges phones, he can fly, he doesn't do anything heroic. And Freddy was right. It's like, I would give anything to have what you have. And you have all of this, which Freddy was basically saying, it's like, yeah, you have all this ability, and you're just wasting it by cutting class and going to school. And you were just given this, and you're being very irresponsible with your powers. And it doubly shows when Freddy comes up with his crutch thing and he kicks the stereo to show how Freddy is really pissed because he wanted some, well, of course Freddy wanted some cool points, but it's like, you didn't come to school with me today and you just were an ass to me. And because of Billy, he got a suitcase wedgie. So that's one of the reasons. And Freddy and Billy, not Asher, because Asher plays Billy, said that they argued like a married couple. They argued like brothers in a disagreement and argued like best friends. And I really like that dynamic because it shows that you have to be super comfortable with someone to argue with them and get along with them. It's easy. You can get along with someone, but you have to be comfortable to be arguing with someone too around other people. So I like that. And then some of the deleted scenes are so precious, like when Billy as Shazam is having tea with Kid Darla, because that's a big brother thing to do. And then when Billy is trying to sneak out and Mary is like, swipes his wallet, he's like, look, I know you don't like it here. I didn't like it here at first, and just give this place a chance. And everyone is being so nice to Billy, and he has his walls up because all he can think about is finding his mom. And then let's talk about that scene. So in Billy's flashback, he gets separated from his mom as a child and gets lost, and I think she's wearing a white hat, and she's like really happy, and she's really happy, and he wants a tiger, and all he can think about is how like all of it as a happy memory. But then Billy's mom version, then the mom's version of the memory is, oh, I think her hat's gray, like the outfits change. She's like a really frantic teenager and had Billy at a young age and was not fit to be a mom. And as opposed to saying, look, Billy, this is the hardest decision I've ever had to make. I'm sorry, but I just don't feel fit to be a parent. And instead of like saying, look, I want you to have a good life, she has made Billy's life a living hell because he was on this hunt for his biological mother. Whatever happened to his father, I am not sure of. He just wanted his mommy, and he spent like years trying to find him and ran from foster home into 6 counties, and just to be with his mom. And then when he finally does meet his mom and like goes in for a hug, she like backs up, and I'm like, heart. And this compass, which I'll get to the compass in a minute. Oh, I forgot to mention that the compass was a thing they won at the carnival. And the compass was like assigned to point me into the direction of where my mother is, I think the compass symbolizes where family is really at, but he's just trying to find his mom, his bio mother. And when she backs up from the hug, it was so heartbreaking, and it's like, look, I can't see you. I'm sorry. I can't be here anymore, and you should go. He doesn't get a hug from his mom. He doesn't get the closure he deserves. And he just figures out that his mom, instead of like looking for her son, just abandons him by the police. She sees them with the police on top of the police car. And instead of like going over and claiming that's her son, she just was like, you're better off without me. Goodbye. I'm going to walk away now. Like, what the hell? That is wrong. And that was so heartbreaking, because all he wanted was his mommy. And then this is my favorite line to like let it really burn, because he's all teary-eyed, and I think this is some of Asher Angel's best acting. He says, take this compass. You'll need it more than me, because she's clearly poor. She's living in a she's living in a dumpy apartment, or as some people would say, flat. And she's living with an abusive boyfriend, and by whatever her outfit was, she works at a fast food place. And Billy gives her the compass, and he's like, take this compass. You'll need it more than I do. I have to get back to my real family. Like, and I love how he said I don't normally like the term real family, because it's implying that being adopted is not a good thing. That's normally what I take from it, or it's like, I found my real mom. Like, having an adoptive mother is bad. But the way he says it, it's like, yeah, you're my biological family, but you're not really family anymore. I'm going to go home to my real family, as in people who love and care about me. So I was really happy about that. And it made me so happy, because it wasn't like, oh, I have to go save a girl now, or oh, I'm doing this because one of my boyfriends died, the love of my life died. It's like, no, I'm going to go home, go to my real family. And when he finally says, all hands on deck, and the final line is like, I'm home, that's good. And one of the funnier moments in the movie is when he takes the staff and he's like, all hands on deck and say my name. And they all go, Billy! And then they're like, no, not my name. The name I say when I... And he's like, no, not my name. The name I say when I turn into this guy. And they go, SHAZAM! And then he shares his powers, which was so beautiful because power is better when it is shared. It's like you can have all the stuff you need. You can have all the money in the world. And yes, money does fix issues. But having stuff doesn't make you happy. And what good is having stuff unless you are able to share it with someone? So I really liked that. And I liked how, even though they were amateurs, because of course they just got their powers, they're not going to learn to master their powers in like 2 seconds. They were helping Billy, and them working together and them bonding as a family, that meant more to me than just, oh, Billy can shoot lightning from his hands, even though that's cool. Even though his powers are dope, and I'd give anything to have those powers, but it's not like, oh, we have to come in and punch things and punch people, and we have to beat people up and stop robberies and put them in jail, and like, here's another one, boys. No. When the SHAZAM family was working together, and they were working together as the kids, that was amazing, because it shows that they're humans and people work. Sometimes people are better together than they are apart. And it shows that the SHAZAM family is better together than apart. And I really enjoyed it. And they can like go out and do hero things or go out and get lunch and work as a family. Instead of like, because there's nothing more boring than a hero. There's nothing boringer than a hero movie that just has the hero just doing generic things and like running around saving the day all the time. I mean, yes, that's part of the hero's job. But when they don't show the human side of the superhero, like show the hero with actual human emotions, they don't show the hero doing everyday things like watching TV or cooking eggs or making love to his wife, not that you need to see that, then it just is like, it makes the hero seem bigger than God. And that's what I think Man of Steel was, that's what Man of Steel did well, and BVS did well with Superman, because it's like, oh, he has all these powers. He can shoot laser beams from his eyes. Well, yeah, he can. But in like the Superman 1 and 2, and like the Superman Returns movie, even Clark was just this bumbling dude who just was like, oh, I'm sorry. And he was like over apologetic and said phrases like, I'll have that back in a jiffy. But we don't actually get to see him be a normal person very much. Like, I want to see heroes do hero things and live as normal people, if that makes sense. If they're kids, like, let them color, have tea parties. Or if they're adults, let them, like, go to football games or do whatever it is whatever their hobbies are. So anyways, this is why I love the SHAZAM movie. Is it like the perfect movie? No. Is it like the all-time, is it the bestest superhero movie ever? No. But is it an awesome family movie? Yes, it is a very awesome, uplifting family movie. And I don't care what anyone says. SHAZAM is an awesome movie. Alright, now this video is getting longer than I intended. So if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys thought of SHAZAM. And keep your opinions respectful and have a good one.